What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Tonight, you know, I like to have something different every time. My name is Reference. If you never heard of me, well, that's my name. I do this because I love to do it. I love to inform. I feel like everybody should spark each other's minds if they can, if they have any type of information, and I always got information to give. I'm long overdue for this, and I like to get straight to the point. So for tonight's topic, cosmic connection techniques for our blood's type, facial connection, and power chart connection. First and foremost, I'm going to talk about blood type and archetype compatibility. All right. So just getting into it. Blood type O, just for the sake of the conversation. Blood type O. Blood type O, when you're dealing with, when you get a chance to find out your blood type, if you don't know blood type, if you don't know, that's okay. That's okay. I found out mine like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. But I'm going to be talking about the blood type compatibility with you and somebody else. You can also base a relationship off that. Dealing with the blood. The blood is so important. We all know that's what them folks after anyway. So when you're dealing with the blood type, for example, blood type O, and I got these things jotted down. I do not have my glasses again. Blood type O is something like the remnants of the ancients. And this also can be shared with anybody. For those who got blood type O, is very important. Not the most special. Every blood type is special. Blood type O is remnants of the ancients. This blood type carries that juice or that power with the RH. When you get a chance, you could look up what the RH is in coinciding with the blood type. The RH lies within the blood type. Everyone's blood type, whether it be negative or positive. Nothing bad. It's just science. Okay. So, for example, dealing with the O, it's power and juice within the RH, which is in all of us, which enhances the psychic abilities. Which is why the powers that be, and some traffickers love to bring the blood, also experiment for their personal reasons, whether scientific or, statistic stuff like, or cynical stuff, working with the evils. They all want to get a little dose of our blood. Okay. And the reference for that is, I'll put it in the end. I ain't going to tell you the reference for that now, but it's very important. For example, AB negative deals with being the cosmic navigator, mapping out of the unseen, reconnection for the deaf darkness, interdimensional learning, ancient wisdom teaching when dealing with personality, strength and high intelligence, rationality, optimism, and creativity. While the weaknesses include being indecisive, critical, or even sometimes aloof. How blood is to information is the question, which is a big discussion. Even when inside of our arrival, when we arrive here on planet Earth, and we arrive in this vessel, we acquire or have a certain type of blood type, depending on the vessels we come through. Okay. Or depending on the contract that you signed before you even arrived here. All right. This is very informative, but I'm going to keep it short. All right. So the makeup of the human vessels that we land in when we get here, for example, we come with a cosmic blueprint. And then we metamorphosize into this divine spaceship of ours. You know what I'm saying? This is the divine spaceship that holds our blood. They say with some other races, For example, the Caucasian race, the blood is blue. You can find that out because they did a not a commercial but a series, and it deals with the blue bloods. If you could look that up, and they say that the black people, excuse me, I mean say black, the brown folks or us melanated folks, we have black blood, and our black blood kind of look like oil. It's oil based, and people say, "How is that?" Well, when our blood, no matter what type of race you are, when it's exposed on a science level outside of the body, and when oxygen hits it, it turns red. So then they'll say, "Oh, we all equal." Nah, not so much so. Cosmic connection techniques or information for our blood's type. All right, I think it's called philipolology. I didn't look that up. I apologize, but you can look up the science of what I'm talking about. I'll get a reference later on. So the importance of this is, when you get a chance, find out your blood type, whether it's through going to the store, any type of major supermarket or department store, and testing yourself, or you can go to your nearest hospital, ask your doctor, get your blood type done. That's important. All right, we talk about knowing your blood type for blood type compatibility with somebody else, and doing the work and studying. Not only somebody else who you may be compatible with on a blood type level, but even with yourself. Okay. All right. When you're dealing with also the blood type, AB, AB is real strong in lucid dreaming or astral travel, meditation, etc. It also deals with AB, is likened to the harnessing of abilities, ancient wisdom, even though we all can travel within and learn our own cosmic connection. All right. Luckily, we have information out here to learn about our blood type. But your blood type will tell a lot about you from the cosmic level or macrocosm to the microcosmic level, when you're dealing with knowledge of self or study of self. This is all dealing with your blood type. This is very, very important, because you got people that make sure they stay rich just to study this stuff all day, every day. And I can't give everything in one night. I'm not going to be speaking for hours and hours yet. That will come. But right now I have to keep it short. Again, my name is Reference. My name is Reference because this is all I can be for you. I will refer you to a book, Heightened Information, dealing with the application and study of self, and also dealing with how to find it, how to apply it, who to talk to. All right. So when you're dealing with that, RH, for example, RH negative, for example, is dealing with the star seeds, even though we all belong. But it talks about dealing with the star seeds and things that are greater. Things to learn about who you are for this little quick stop of ours, because you won't be on planet Earth long. But this will help you learn about yourself so you can easily navigate through Earth. And when you're dealing with other people, in case you want to see who you're compatible with on a blood type level. Should have put the AC on in this thing. Huh? Toucan Sam, just do it. Symbolism is everything. Energy. So a reference to that is, it's on YouTube. What your blood type says about your cosmic heritage and spiritual path. All right. This is very, very important. Your blood is the essence of you. And we all know within that, you're dealing with the genes and DNA. But tonight we're talking about blood type. Tap in. Tap in. Water. to talk about RH positive, but I ain't gonna get into that too much. But you know, RH positive is definitely powerful beings too. And we all in this boat together. We all in the same fix together. We all receive downloads for our enhancement, even though we ignore. So I'm explaining these blood types and showing you how it's important to take care of our blood. I'm going through continuous detoxes to detox the blood, and I'm sure you could research that. But these things are important on a metaphysical level, dealing with the blood, not on no simple simplicity. The metaphysical aspects of this blood type. All right, your blood type. If you don't know it, find out. All right, find out. You don't want to be cooking for your significant other, not knowing the blood type, and you killing them slowly by mistake. All right, because a blood type of an O and a blood type of a B, they can't eat the same things, but we have powerful vessels or powerful spaceships. So yeah, we can eat everything, but not necessarily saying it's good for your divine spaceship. It'll tell you what meat you could eat, what meat should you avoid. Even though our stomach can still process this stuff, but it don't process it the same way as other type of races. And from we all know, from what I learned, it's 12 different type of human races. All right, so that's dealing with the blood type and its importance. All right. I talked about O, I talked about AB. Of course, there's others, but I leave that up to y'all. Okay. I left y'all the first reference on where to find out some of this information, and this beautiful information, man. Y'all should really listen to it. It's not that long. I try not to be that long because we all have life and we be lifing, and I don't want to take up too much of your time. So I give you enough so you could research on your own time as students and teachers and scientists that we are. You don't have to teach nobody. Just be a student to self. All right? Or record this information for your future children. If you don't, that's cool. If you do, that's cool too. All right? Yeah. All right. So one thing I want to talk about too is the second reference for that, is it's on YouTube. It's called Celestial Bodies and 5-Element Makeup. Man, this is real dope, man. Y'all need to just look at it, just hear it. That way, when you're dealing with somebody, you'll be like, "What's your blood type?" And then it'll give you a whole compatibility. You can understand if y'all compatible or not. However, that might not tell its entirety, because if you work on this and he work on that, or she work on this and she work on that, then of course y'all be able to sync. But for the basics of cosmic connection, dealing with the blood when you arrive in your divine vessel, this gives you a whole nother ball game. We're not exactly talking about zodiac, okay? But at the same time, we talk about the blood type. All right, blood type and archetype compatibility. All right. So one thing I wanted to express too: don't let no male or female try to have you feel bad for who you are as a scientist or a researcher when it comes to knowledge of self or studying the metaphysics or occult. Don't have them make you feel bad, or as an orator, or one who travels to seek out knowledge, whether personal or whatever. I'm gonna give you something personal. All right. One of the relationships I was in, which was my past relationship. I am single. Anyways, one relationship, she was like, "Why can't you be basic, Josh?" I'm like, I questioned it. I questioned myself. Why can't I be basic? And I was like, wait. Not only do I create balance within a relationship in regard to my spiritual studies and my divine assignments, which we all have, some of us don't. Not only did I do that, but with as far as my spiritual studies and the stuff that I'm ordained to do, unless I would be punished by self, not one of y'all. I'd be punished by self. All right. And in regard to that, and a balance of human stuff. I was taught 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Take care of your human stuff, take care of your spiritual stuff, all right? And you know, the relationship stuff, communicate, compromise, all right? If that can't be done, well, one know what they must do, all right? My spirit told me what it really was, exposing her, all right? Or her intent, etc., etc., etc. Water. This was a real difficult topic for me because I had never heard of blood type compatibility. No one ever told me. I had never heard of this before. So I thought it was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? So when you're dealing with the blood type, always make sure in your studies that you take your time. Take your time when looking up the research. Don't take no 30 minutes. Take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, because it's a lot. I'm just making it seem short to let you know and put you in a good direction. All right. So also when you excuse me, let me get back to where I was on track. So when I asked my spirit and I was doing what I was doing, you know, it exposed her intent. So you two also can be into the work, but you know, she may be the teacher into the work, you know, and he could be real simple. You know, he could be an excellent student, or you could be an excellent teacher and she could be an excellent student. It doesn't really matter. You know, when you're doing these things, it involves 2 different types of actions. So just throwing that out there. You know what I mean? Just throwing that out there. The relationship ended peacefully and in a mutual agreement. But I got a specific work I got to do. People be having a specific work they got to do. So you know, that's that. You know what I mean? Don't let nobody throw you off your path. And sometimes people will get aggravated about what you do. People gonna get jealous. Even if you start and when you recording or doing stuff, man, make sure you by yourself, man. People be making all types of noise and shit. You be trying to, you know what I mean? You know, so make sure you know, and have patience with yourself. Don't pray for patience, because you're gonna put yourself in situations that is created that force you to have patience. Dig me? So, you know, again, when you're in a relationship, it's gonna be sometimes difficult. So try to talk to him. You know what I mean? Because each of us have different paths. Like I said, you both can be into the work, but she may be a teacher into the work, and he or she may be real simple student, which involves 2 different types of actions. Again, just throwing that out there. And I got a specific work. All right. The next topic I want to talk about is facial feature compatibility. This reference for that is Sexual Reflexology by Montauk Chia. This is where you could get this information from, all right? So, you know, facial feature compatibility. Something I want to read about that. All right? Bring it out. Bring it out. Facial feature compatibility. And I'm going to read this joint off of this Sexual Reflexology. It starts on page 90. Okay? Sexual reflexology and the physical characteristics. The study of sexual reflexology and physical characteristics will help you determine the sexual potential and physical compatibility of another person. Sexual reflexology enables you to evaluate a person's internal energy levels, as well as the size and shape of their sexual organs, by combining and observing the external characteristics, beginning with the physical appearances of the face and continuing to other bodily features such as the hair, neck, fingers, and hands, and color structure of the body. The following section will help you reveal the strengths and weaknesses of a person, as well as the compatibility between couples. All external features of the body are helpful in determining the sexual compatibility of partners and one's own internal energy. Yet, it is important to remember that these are only guidelines, and many factors need to be taken into consideration before one can really understand another person's capabilities. With practice, one can become skilled at recognizing the sexual inclinations and compatibilities of others. Focus on shade, thank you. But in the beginning, the recommendations in this book are surely just suggestions. All right. Physical features. All right. Reading off this joint right here. I got it in the files free on PDF. You ain't even got to buy it if you can't afford it. All right. And for example, the Taoists use poetic phrases to indicate the beauty and sacred aspect of the body and sexual organs. The terms used here demonstrate the reverence of the sexual organs and the physical body itself. In the West, sexuality is often used in a derogatory sense, nothing that the sexual organs are something dirty or degrading. This attitude creates an array of emotional problems revolving around or sexual nature and relationships in general. If we start to view our sexual energy and sexual organs as sacred, as a source of vital energy, we experience great satisfaction with others and ourselves. Okay? For men, a woman's lips, a woman's lips may be one of the most attractive physical features. It is said that when a woman wins her lover's affection with her eyes, this love is an intellectual affair. But when she wins her lover's affection with her lips, it is a passionate, more emotional orientation. In addition, although it can be said that a man or woman may use their eyes to seduce their partner, it is the lips which determine the nature of the relationship. Page 91. The shape of the lips reveals the health of the body. The shape of the lips determines the health of the body. Some lips are full, not necessarily large or small. They have curved, symmetric outline without dropping or slackness. This reveals strong, healthy organs and sexual energy. When the upper lip arches upward and the lower lip folds downward, creating a slight hollow under the lower lip, this indicates the harmony between the ring, muscles, and internal organs. The upper lip relates to the nature of giving love. A protruding upper lip denotes a more giving personality. The lower lip relates more innate to a nature of receiving love. A lower lip that is larger than the upper lip will most likely or more likely to enjoy receiving affection. Figure 7.2, size and shape of the lips. Okay, this is sexual reflexology and the physical characteristics. I'm going to talk about compatibility, dealing with the features. Okay? You can find out information just dealing with the features. And I'm just explaining to you and telling you where to go, where to find this. So you can do more in-depth research on your own. Erotic kissing involving the lips and tongue is part of love play. When couples kiss with their tongues in what is commonly referred to as soul kiss or French kiss, the tongue directly reflects and connects their hearts, while the lips give and receives affection from another. Also, the governor and function of the channels of the partner both connect at the lips and tongue, making, as discussed earlier, a complete circuit of energy flow dealing with the couple's kissing. It is believed that the upper lip relates to the nature of giving love, while the lower lip relates to the nature of receiving love. A person with more protruding, plusher upper lip is usually more giving a aggressive and giving affection, while a person with a fatter, plusher, and protruding lower lip, will be more likely to enjoy receiving affection. rather than giving it. 91 to 93. It has more information, but I'm just giving you a reference so you could do the study on your own. You see what I'm saying? I learned a lot about my lips reading this thing. Learned a lot. So, facial feature compatibility. You can also not only base a relationship or compatibility dealing with the blood type, but dealing with the facial features, just simply looking at all that. And I gave you the reference for that. So fellas, man, sometimes it may not be good. If you got big old lips like mine, it may not be good to deal with a woman with small lips, because when y'all in bed, her lips tell you how her love below is going to be shaped, how it looked, what you're going to have to deal with. And if usually with them gigantor lips, you got that gigantor, Johnson, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be hurting her. Y'all relationship might be good outside of that, but when engaging in sexual orientation, then it might not be so good for us hurting her, even though she's like, ow, oh, and you be like, man, dang. You know what I'm saying? So, you don't want to make her go through that. So when you start talking to her, be careful of your thoughts. You know what I mean? Be careful of what you even talking to her intentionally for. Although that may not be the case. She might be to, get used to it or lube it up, whatever. None of this is certain, but it's just amazing information. And I thought I'll just share it. This is not in its entirety, but it's very important information and it's factual and true. Okay? Take it or leave it. All right? So that's your reference for that. Facial feature compatibility. The next topic I want to talk about is, I had to call Kings County Hospital in New York. That's the hospital I was born in, Kings County, which is real dope. I was like, damn, Kings County. I'm in King. So anyways, when I went there, I didn't go there. I called there, gave my information or whatnot, and so I can find out, because I was trying to get my birth chart, and I was going through an individual named Dr. Lane Bay, but it wasn't just a special birth chart. A lot of people have a birth chart, but again, I called up there to find out what time I was born. So I had to call Brooklyn, New York, and I had to, holler at Kings County Hospital to find out my birthday time. I had to find out the time I was born. And the time I was born was, you wish. I ain't never gonna say that. So don't be giving out what time you was born. I don't care who you is. Don't do that. Unless you in a relationship, like, I don't know, real comfortable with that person or married, like, don't give out what time you was born. All right? Yeah, I ain't gonna find out. So, this purpose for finding out what time you was born so you can get a past life birth chart. Not a regular birth chart, but your past life birth chart. Again, this topic is about past life birth chart. Your past life birth chart. And it's very, very, very important. Okay? So, quick story. I always trying to figure out, since I've been small, why I like certain movies, whether it's Western. I like Western movies. I used to love the sci-fi movies, certain action movies. And I felt like I was that character. Even certain alien movies or monster movies or spaced out movies, like cosmic movies. It could be any type of movies. Any type of movies, I would find out that the ones that I really liked, because that was me. I was like, dang, once I got my past life birth chart from Dr. AlimLbay.com, he did a wonderful job on getting my past life birth chart together. And once I got my past life birth chart together and I started read it and I started to understand it, I was like, yo, all these things I'm compatible with. Like, I love swords. I have swords. I love my sword. For the last days, by the way, you can have a gun all you want, but if you run out of bullets, you better have yourself a real weapon. All right, you better have yourself a real weapon. All right. So, just on a side note, I was like, damn. So, at one point in time, I was a samurai. At one point in time, I was that Western guy. Put your hands up. Put your, You know what I mean? I was that guy. The adventure guy, in the most mystic times. I've been here a lot of times before. I'm a cusper baby. All right. I'm a Aquarius and a Pisces. I'll give you that much. I'm an Aquarius and a Pisces, not a March Pisces, but I'm Aquarius and a Pisces. But I was born in the middle of the cusp, the darkness, so to speak, on a science level. Nothing dark, and I've done a lot of work on myself, so I ain't got to worry about all that crazy stuff. All right. So don't get your birth chart, but get your past life birth chart. Call the hospital up or do what you need to do. Ask your people to find out what time you was born so you can get more in depth. And I found out through what movies pulled me. But some people, I don't like to watch TV. Well, I don't watch that. Well, to each his own, partner. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. To each his own. I found out this was for me, and I put the correlation together. The law of correspondence, dealing with the 12 laws of nature. So when I got the past life birth chart, which you can go to drleemlbay.com, he resides in North Carolina, they'll get that for you. They'll do that for you, and it's dope. And that's also something you can make some money off of for those who's listening. All right? So find out your birth time, so that way you can check out your past life birth chart to find out who you was before you got here. Little sneak preview, I used to be a chiropractor. In one of my lifetimes, I found that out by Miss Blue. And she was right and exact. Because before I make love, I like giving a woman a full body massage before I even do anything to her, unless it's a quickie. But I rub her whole body down from head to toe. She was like, dang, just what? The full body massage. And that's something I like to do, but I didn't realize it's because I was a chiropractor. You know what I'm saying? I like tending to areas that got, stress boxes or that hurt or, et cetera, water. All right. So let me break out some more information here. Excuse me. Excusez-moi. Huh? So the next one I want to talk about is crystal compatibility. You could get crystals that coincides with your blood type. Crystals that coincides with your blood type. When you find out your blood type, you'll find out that crystals that coincide with your blood type. Okay? So let's bring these crystals back. It's not just boring topic. These crystals are very important. Crystals that coincide with your blood type. Study each other's crystals and study each other's blood type. Study together, even study individually, so you can learn the compatibility. All right, have fun with it. All right, study self. If anything, if you're not in a relationship, cool. Study self. Find out your blood type and learn what crystals are associated with that blood type. It'll tell a whole story, a beautiful story, because we're beautiful people. You know what I mean? Don't matter what the color is, but for the sake of the conversation, y'all know what I'm talking about. So have fun with it. Short story. Understand that in the movie Twilight, when Edward showed Bella who he was underneath the sun, he was nervous about it. He was like, "You sure you want to see me?" She was like, "Man, nigga, I don't care. Just jump in the light, jump in the sun. I ain't scared. I'm with you now. I studied you. I found out about you. You're super fast. You're super strong. Your powers. You're a vampire." Ooh. Knowing the vampires, the melanated people, in regards to the scene, or in regards to that. You could also say a vampire is this, a vampire is that. But they wasn't talking about that in that scene. Why? Because we all know, for those who've seen it, that when he jumped in that sunlight, his whole body lit up with crystals. He was shining. You heard me? He was shining. His whole body was glowing. Because we all have that crystalline structure within us. We all have crystals within us. That's on a science level. Alchemy. You know, we all. If you don't know that, now you know. If you don't know, now you know. You feel me? So, when he was in the sunlight, that showed you that you have everything within the earth is inside you. Okay, so his whole body lit up with crystals, and she said, "Man, what's wrong, man? You beautiful, you dope. Like I wish I could shine like that." All right, so these particular crystals, everybody have their own crystalline structure, and apparently his and hers was compatible. All right, she was so strong he couldn't even pick up on her thoughts, let alone when she become a vampire and see her crystals. We ain't gonna get into all that, but that's a real short story for the scene in case y'all need to, that's the reference for as far as a movie. So I'm gonna give y'all this. I'm an AB negative. So in the AB family, AB blood type family, for me, I have emetrine, prenite, PREHNITE, Kambaba, Jasper, Shiva Lingam, and the bloodstone. All right. But the real crystal I want to talk about is the lion skin crystal, and you can find out how to apply these crystals towards who you are and trying to find the information, even if you need to ask the crystal questions. Brother Panic and Miss Blue crystal gazing, they explain in there how to communicate with the crystal and how you could receive back answers dealing with subconscious mind or alchemy talk. You know what I'm saying? So for example, one of the crystals associated with me, because I'm a AB negative, it's called the lion skin crystal. Lion skin crystal. All right. Lion skin crystal is associated with self-awareness. The lion skin crystal is associated with self-awareness, personal power, courage, leadership, flexibility, and ability to seize opportunities. It's also believed to promote a sense of well-being by stabilizing moods, reducing fear, anxiety, and fostering mental clarity. Key aspects of the crystal talk about the inner strength, strength, confidence, overcoming challenges, self-reflection, introspection, understanding of one's own thoughts and emotions, and personal growth. Decision making, making clear decisions and provide focus and clarity. Adaptability, which helps with the ability to adapt to changes in your life, in this humanity of ours. Positive energy, to attract positive energy and promote optimism. All right, carry it, meditate with it, etc., etc., etc. All right. Yo, that's all I got. That's all I got. You know what I mean? And these things are really important, man. These things are really important. So my topics for that is blood type and archetype compatibility. Feature facials for relationships. That Kings County Hospital call made that call to them folks, be like, hey, what time was I born? So I could study more in depth about myself. For the past life birth chart, okay? Past life birth chart, not a regular birth chart. Blood crystals, not crystal, but blood crystals for self-love and assistance. And to learn about your cosmic soulmate. With that being said, peace and love. One. Welcome to the fold. I like this music right here. I see. Peace.